And thank you for clicking. This is International Royals TV. Please thumbs up if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, with the notification bell turned on so you won't miss the next upload. So today we will be continuing on with Prince Philip's life history. And if you have missed out on any of our sessions, you can catch up in the playlist section and on the community tab. So today's session is, and it's called Charities and Patronages in terms of Prince Philip's life history. So let's go. Charities and Patronages. Philip was patron of some 800 organizations, particularly focused on the environment industry, sport, and education. His first solo engagement as Duke of Edinburgh was in March 1948, presenting prizes at the boxing finals of the London Federation of Boys Clubs at Royal Albert Hall. He was president of the National Playing Fields Association, now known as Fields in Trust, for 64 years, from 1947 until his grandson, Prince William, took over the role in 2013. He was appointed a Fellow of the Royal Society in 1951. In 1952, he became patron of the Industrial Society, since renamed the Work Foundation. In the same year, and after his father-in-law's death, he took over the role of the Ranger of Windsor Great Park, overseeing its protection and maintenance. From 1955 to 1957, Philip was president of the Football Association and also served 2 terms as president of the Marylebone Cricket Club, with his tenures starting in 1949 and 1974 respectively. In the same decade, he became the first patron of Lord's Taverns, a youth cricket and disability sports charity for which he organised fundraising events. Between 1959 and 1965, Philip was the president of BAFTA. He helped found the Australian Conservation Foundation in 1963 and the World Wildlife Fund in 1961, and served as the latter's UK president from 1961 to 1982, international president from 1981, and president emeritus from 1996. He was also president of the Zoological Society of London for 2 decades and was appointed an honorary fellow in 1977. Despite his involvement in initiatives for conserving nature, he was also criticized for practices such as fox hunting and shooting of game birds. Okay, let's continue. And the killing of a tiger in India in 1961. He was president of the International Equestrian Federation from 1964 to 1986. In 1980, he became world champion in... Let's read that again, do apologize. In 1980, he became world champion in 4 in-hand driving with the British national team. He served as Chancellor of the Universities of Cambridge, Edinburgh, Salford, and Wales. In 1965, at the suggestion of Harold Wilson, Philip became chair to a scheme set up for awarding industrial innovations, which later became known as the Queen's Awards for Enterprise. In the same year, Philip became president of the Council of Engineering Institutions, and in that capacity, he assisted with the inception of the Fellowship of Engineering, later the Royal Academy of Engineering, of which he later became the Senior Fellow. He also commissioned the Prince Philip Designers Prize and the Prince Philip Medal to recognize designers and engineers with exceptional contributions. In 1970, he was involved in the founding of the Maritime Trust for restoring and preserving historic British ships. In 2017, the British Heart Foundation thanked Philip for being its patron for 55 years, during which time, in addition, let's read that again, do apologise. In 2017, the British Heart Foundation thanked Philip for being its patron for 55 years, during which time, in addition to organising fundraisers, he supported the creation of 9 BHF-funded centres of excellence. He was an honorary fellow of St Edmund's College, Cambridge. So that brings us to the end of session number 9. So if you've missed out on previous sessions, we've got 1 to 8 already in the playlist. You find that in the playlist section, and it's called Prince Philip's Life History. You'll also find some more content on the community tab, which was called Charities and Patronages. So later on in the evening, we'll be back for session number 10, and that will be called Charles and Diana. And that's in terms of Prince Philip's life history, and source and reading from is Wikipedia. So if you'd like to catch up on there, you can, or if you'd like to catch up with the audio version that I've been doing, you can go to our playlist section and you'll find it in there. So I'm just going to put up the poll question now, and thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. Thank you.